Hello everyone, this is Isabella with Angel Chantress Love. Today we are going to be disabling the debt collector, who is a being that keeps many people on this planet trapped in cycles of poverty, debt, and debt can be anything, emotional debt, mental, prisons, anywhere where we're feeling trapped, like we owe someone something, where we are not in our true divine sovereign energy. As a divine being, you were given free will, and when you come into this life, you have some programs that are already in your energetic matrix, and these come from your experiences as well as your family's lineage and their experiences. Anything that wasn't cleared, they're showing me like a feast. They're showing like a large banquet table and all this food that's on this table. And they're showing that some of it was consumed, that some of it was rotten, that some of it was untouched. And they're asking you to think of your energetic matrix in this way. Some of the things that we allowed in were not healthy for us. They're showing some poisonous berries. They're showing some rotten food, some things that spoiled or became spoiled over time through the misuse of our energy, of our frequency. They're showing some people who were over-consuming. They're showing them as obese, gluttonous, people who took and took and took and didn't give back. They're showing others who are sitting with beautiful food in front of them but aren't accepting it, aren't consuming it, and they're malnourished, but it's right there. It's available to everyone who is sitting at this table. And they're wanting you to think of your energetic matrix this way, that you have everything available to you, but you have to make choices and you have to be willing to do the work to clean up the table, to remove the rotten food, to not over-consume and to not block your ability to receive what you need to nourish yourself. They're showing servers coming in and refilling cups and plates, and they're asking you to call upon these helpers to assist you in removing what is no longer necessary for you, that which is no longer serving you. If you're over-consuming, you're taking more than you need or can utilize, or you're choosing to take and not give back, they're showing a smaller plate. They're asking you to downsize that energy, and they're asking for the people who are not receiving to ask for assistance and allow others to assist them to fill up that plate, to put the utensils, the tools they need in their hands, and to be able to consume that. And I'm feeling a lot of guilt, like unworthiness, energy of not deserving to be sitting at this table and having this meal. So today we're going to be working with Chantress, who is a frequency matrix programmer. So Chantress calls in specific frequencies for self-worth and abundance. So we're going to call that energy in. Alamayana mae, alamiyana ame, amani o, amani o. Iamanayo alatikane, ayamanayo, ayamanae, alavikane kata alamekane, iamanayo anahamaneo. So the first thing that Chantress wants to do is remove this guilt energy. I'm being shown a large family that had many, many children, and a few of those children were just kind of bullied, pushed out of the way, told they weren't good enough. I'm seeing one of the older siblings shove one of the younger boys to the ground. I'm seeing and then literally throwing him a half piece of crusted bread on the floor. Like he doesn't even have a seat at the table. So, wow, that's some serious unworthiness energy that's been projected onto this person. So we're going to clear anywhere where anyone has caused us to feel like we weren't worthy of receiving what they were worthy of receiving. And understand that this kind of energy usually comes from fear. The older sibling sees all these, children and you realize that, this older sibling was eating well at the beginning. And then more children came and more children came and more children came. And the ability for them to feel safe and secure was diminished with each new mouth that had to be fed when the parental income was not really increasing very much to accommodate all of these children. So let's go ahead and clear anywhere where there is this fear of not enough and this unworthiness energy. Alamehana vata alamehano iyamana heyo anamiano eyamakata la heyanikaho alaveka la heyaniao alamihano iyamana heyo nahanameyano. And the unworthiness. Avadihona Avadeahe Avadianala Eviade Omeanaka Omikana Omikana Nahe Mikana. I'm being shown a family with multiple siblings. Looks like there's 2 boys and a girl. The girl has already been deemed somewhat unworthy because of the time they're living in, where men were considered more valuable. They were heirs to the throne. Girls were considered more subservient. They were expected to sacrifice everything for their family, but they weren't really given any title or acknowledgement for that sacrifice. So it looks like the parents are both very well off, and the father's running it looks like a vineyard, and it looks like he's out. He's got multiple people selling to others. He's selling in stores. He's selling to neighboring towns. He's got a very large home. His wife runs the household. But they're very competitive people, and they have instilled this in their children. So their children are constantly fighting and competing to try and be the best to make their parents proud. So Talaris would like to help remove this frequency of unhealthy competition. It's okay to have competition amongst people if it's playful and it's fun and it encourages both people or all the people involved to become the very best versions of themselves. But this is not the case here. This is destructive. This is doing whatever it takes to be the best and not caring who you step on or who you hurt. And I see one of the younger boys just feeling defeated and becoming very angry and starting to do things that are sabotaging the family. I see him with like a metal stake puncturing one of the wine vats that's been aging for some time and would make the family a great fortune. He does it like at the very back of the unit, and he kind of like builds like a little bit of a pile of dirt to kind of keep the wine from seeping out the front right away. So it's going to take some time where the wine is going to be dissipating, and they're not going to be able to find the leak right away. So he's sabotaging the family's heritage by doing this because he feels like he's been sabotaged. So he's striking back. So let's clear any kind of like revenge energy or unhealthy competition. Alami hava hota, alami afati, alaviata na na eomiate, alaviota na eomikana, eavikana laito namihana, eaviakati amana eomiena, alamia navota, alameani, yamana na yamanaho. Okay, Talaris is ready to bring forward the frequency of the debt collector. Oh, that's interesting. So he's showing me millions of people that are standing upright, and there's like this computerized matrix around each of them, and it's showing all these scenes of these old woundings where there's been guilt and shame and fear and competition, and he's showing me people that were banished, people that were starved out, people that were expected to give everything and get nothing or very little in return. This is such a huge energy on the planet right now. It is like so many people feeling like they're giving and giving and giving and giving, and they're not getting their return on their investment of time and energy and love. And so it's really, really such a dense, they're trying to block my energy from They're trying to block my throat chakra from speaking this truth. So there is such a dense frequency on the planet that's trying to lift off right now. So many light workers are working on shifting this dynamic because they're, exhausted. It's like you can't just give forever and never get back. So Talaris wants to help bring all these frequencies to the surface for everyone and shift this out. So we're going to call forward the debt collector. Okay. And this being, I'm going to put him behind a containment field. This being is very large. He's like got rounded shoulders. He's just huge on top. He almost kind of reminds me of like the Hulk figure, but he's not green, He's just like that huge kind of looming presence. And I'm being shown like he's sitting like on a throne of gold, and he's like got all these opulent jewels and furs and fabrics and chalices and this grand feast and all these people who are like serving him, and they're literally like on their hands and knees worshiping this being. I almost wanted to say beast. So we're going to dethrone him. He's taken and taken and taken and taken and taken, and it's inappropriate. It's an imbalance in the universe that needs to be rectified at this time. So first of all, we're going to call in protection for this to keep ourselves safe as this imbalance is cleared. Apatiyamanalayeo apatiyamane apatiyamaheyo na apatiyamahe yamanakaheyo na hanamanekahe yamanakaheyo no ka hanamanekane alamieho na alamiehane yamanala hanameyo hanamaneo. And the guides are reminding me, I've been calling in a lot of high frequency money for my own projects and self, and while still clearing generational curses around money and receiving and all of that. And they're reminding me of a vision I had yesterday where I was driving in my car and I suddenly got really flushed. My face turned like bright red, and I was like wondering what was going on. And then I had a vision of Mother God, Father God, and Yeshua all standing in like a triangular form around my body. They were facing outward. Sorry, I'm trying to talk, and there's like a really loud motorcycle that suddenly decided to go by because they want to disrupt this energy. Okay. So they sent out this huge shockwave of diamond white fire to push back and cleanse all of these negative energies that were rising up due to my desire to create the opposite energetic frequency. So they're wanting to remind you that you are safe and you are protected. And if you are trying to manifest, especially an opposite of what is being experienced in your family's lineage, that it's a big shift and that you should call upon Spirit, the divine, your angels, whoever you connect and communicate with. You should call upon them during your manifestation process, whether you're meditating, focusing on what you desire, writing declarations and decrees, whatever it is, attempting to sign new spiritual contracts, whatever you're doing to shift this energy, they want you to call upon them first for protection and for their assistance to go before you and help you with these very large shifts that are happening on the planet at this time. And they want you to know that you are always protected. If something is coming up that is the opposite of what you want, just know that this is the universe showing you that these frequencies must shift in order for you to get the results that you want. So don't be discouraged that you're not going to get it, or it's not possible, or any of that, or that the universe has it in for you, or any of that. It's simply that you're asking for something you don't currently have, and it takes a bit to shift those frequencies and those beliefs so that you can move forward. And Talaris and any of the other frequency matrix programmers are happy to assist you with that. You can call on them at any time to help you. Let them know what you are wanting and why you're wanting it, and really get to the core essence of what you want. You don't have to be, very specific about it, just the energetic frequency. How do I see it in my mind's eye, and what will I feel having it? And this will help them to guide your manifestations and bring them into fruition. Okay, so they're wanting to bind this debt collector. So I'm going to set that up energetically. Yamakana heyo na hanamakea alamalaya na lamalae yamakana tamakae yamakana heyo na hanamakea yamakana heyo na hanamanakane. What they're showing me is that they have placed golden handcuffs and anklets around this being, and they've got it like tethered to the ground at the moment with these golden tethers. And as this thing has been bound, they are sending in all of these helpers to remove everything that it has taken inappropriately. This creature is extremely out of balance. It's caused so much disruption in so many lives, and it is being stripped of everything that was taken. I'm being told the divine inheritances will be returned to the rightful owners. So they want to clear anything where you've given up your power, or someone in the family lineage has given up their power, or has made you the scapegoat, or the fall guy, or the whipping boy, or whatever you want to call it, where they have sacrificed your energy to feed this beast. And this was done without your permission, of course. It was done in their time. They're showing me, like, if you've ever seen one of those movies where the parents are in a difficult situation and the evil person comes in and they're like, I'll help you out of this situation, but you have to promise me your firstborn, or your, it's one of those types of things where these parents, rather than protecting what was to come, they only thought of what was happening in the moment, and they were so uncomfortable in the energy of the moment that they were willing to give anything. And they really didn't understand. Some of them did, but most did not even understand what they were doing, or that they figured they could find a way out of it. by the time they had children or the possessions they wanted or whatever. They thought that they could outwit this energy. So many beings were sacrificed to this beast. They keep referring to it as a beast. So let's go ahead and clear the energy of sacrifice or giving what you do not possess. This is like giving me the energy of, I don't have it yet, but I'm sure I'll get it, so I'll just offer it up. And now this, debt collector has recognized that, oh, you don't have it. So since I'm not getting what you promised me, I'm going to take your soul for it. So there are a lot of souls that have been entrapped by this debt collector. Almeanikata Vidikane, Almikata Malahanamekane, Almalio no Nanamanae, Yamananae o Nahanamanea, Almekani Ota Almekane, Yamakanae Mikane, Almaleka Hito, Almalekane, Almikanae Mikane. Okay, I'm seeing some blood sacrifice rituals going on here. There's one where they're showing twins that were born to a king and queen, and they're pricking the baby's feet. So they're pricking the big toes of each of the baby's feet that were just born. They're kind of pinching the toe to bring up the droplet of blood, and then they're connecting the two children together with their blood. So what they're doing is they're going to take one of these children away so there's not a fight for the throne. And they're basically, what they did was they took the other child's, the one that they're going to take away, they took that child's blood and transferred it through this ritual to the one that they will declare the heir. And everyone in the room is being paid off. So these people are being paid to tell everyone there was only one child born, only one heir. And because of this ritual, the other child is, I'm showing it later in life as being very sickly and poor, and it was allowed to live, but it was sent away. It was banished from the kingdom, basically. And that person who was caretaking it was given some money too. It was given, actually, not very much money considering the task being asked. But they were given some land and a farm, and it looks like they're being checked up on regularly. The mother actually doesn't even know what's going on. It was, back in the day where they didn't know if there was more than one baby or not. And she actually passed out during childbirth. She lost a lot of blood. She survived it, but she was very weak. So she doesn't even know she had two babies. She's not even aware. The only one who knows is the king, who's paying everybody off. Wow. And they've put some kind of a metal band on this child's ankle, just one of their ankles. I'm not sure what the significance of the metal band is, but it gets replaced regularly as the child grows. It's almost like a branding. It's got some kind of maybe a V or something inscribed in it. I don't know what the significance of that is. So anywhere where inheritance was stolen, people were paid off, lies were told, facts were hidden, and there was some kind of a blood oath around it. We're going to clear all that out because they're showing multiple scenes where this has happened. Ichmaleo nana meane, alamiana la mikana, alamaleo nana hemina, alamiana eona hanamina o. Alameana nae mihano, alamanana eona hanamaneo. Okay, and they want to go ahead and vanquish this spirit now, so it can't continue doing this. So we're going to request that the spirit be vanquished across all time, space, dimension, reality, and planes of existence. And we're going to ask that the angels take this being to the most appropriate place. We're going to call judgment on it, send it to the high courts as well for receiving its karma for the crimes against humanity. Oe hamane aho, amane ano, amani ana, amane ano, alami ana, naimi ano. They're putting some kind of a metal cap over its crown chakra so it can't transmit to anyone. Ooh. So any thoughts that it has, which at this point are just all darkness, are going to remain with it. That's going to be kind of a rather torturous energy for it to go through. Okay, let's see if Talaris has anything else we want to do. Okay, we're going to work on calling in the frequencies for self-worth. Oh, alami, anano. And he's showing like a huge diamond white fire just going over everyone's matrix to purge and cleanse out the old and allow this new frequency in. Ia malayo alanae o amanaio amane avalateko eo aname ala viaona ala vione. Talaris would like to call in frequency of confidence. He's saying if you have these, if any of the memories are yours, or if you're aware of what happened in your ancestry, you can rewrite the script by seeing it going differently. For instance, the boy who was, shoved to the ground and thrown a scrap of bread, you can see the older sibling helping his parents, and being supportive and helping the whatever business they have going flourish more so that more income comes in as more children come in. So everyone feels well fed. You can see them all sitting around the table, being happy, being healthy, having a good harvest, a good hunt, whatever it is that's in your family lineage that makes you feel safe and provided for and heard and understood and accepted and loved. You can rewrite those energies to be what you would like them to be. And he's encouraging you to do this at this time as he brings in this abundance frequency. Alamika hanaveta he, anamika hanaveka ne, alamiaka, alamieka, alavetone, alamiaka eto, alamiaka ne, alavioka, alavioka, alaveka ne, alatika nula, alatika ne, yamanala heonia, halamani hoe, alamie hanana, halamie hane, yamani Kata, alamanika e, alamioka, alamieka, alamieka ne. And we're going to do one final shift to ground in all these frequencies and bring in the frequency of love and self-love. I would like to thank everyone for being here today, for doing your shadow work, which helps not only you and your lineage, but all of us here to elevate the light on the planet. If you are benefiting from my work, I ask that you do please like, share, subscribe, comment, and donate. If you are in need of a personal healing session, I have recently opened up my website at angelchantress.love, where you can receive a healing session. Just reach out. All the information is on the site, and I would be more than happy to assist you with your own personal experiences. So let's go ahead and allow Talaris to bring in all of the beautiful love. He's showing me the diamond white fire along with the beautiful pink color of self-love, along with a beautiful rose color of divine love. Mother and Father God are present here with you, as is Jesus and your angels. I see a ton of angels just surrounding everyone to help lift this frequency. Just allow this light to pour through you. See it seeping down through every part of you and grounding deep into the core of Gaia. Alaviati Anamiya Oa Ayamanai. Dispelling all darkness. Anameo Nama Anamioi Alaveo Na Alaveo E Iamanaeo Nanamioi. Just honor any feelings you're having. I'm feeling a coolness wash over my whole body and kind of have chills right now. O Amana Uvadia Haladeane Iumana Eonalameo. Allow this energy to push out any blocks in your meridians and chakra system. Alaveo Navia Alaveana Iamana Alameo Anameana. They're showing me like a buildup of kind of dark energy at the feet where we're not really grounded in the crystalline core of Gaia, but we're still kind of grounded in the dark force frequencies that are on the planet, in the dark force grid. So let all that go. Send it back into the earth for transmutation. Amanio Analamio. This will help you to take steps forward on your path, on your ascension path. Ayamaka-naiko ayanalai Iyamananamika ayamakane. Okay, you're going to want to move around, shake out your feet really good, move your body in whatever way feels most comfortable. Be aware that the movements of your body may dislodge some of these old energies out for you. That can cause some discomfort at times when we're releasing. So you may have emotions that come up, or your body may naturally detox itself. Just give yourself plenty of fluids and rest if you can, and just continue to see these frequencies pushing out of your body. And any disturbances, they're saying, that come up in your life, just acknowledge their presence and say no thank you and let it go, and invite in the frequencies of light and love again. Many blessings.